What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Awesome Rich. I'm back with another LEGO Star Wars 2021 set, and this time we have the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle set 75314 with 969 pieces, and of course it's the ship from the Bad Batch featuring the Bad Batch characters. So we get all 5 Bad Batch figures along with Gonky, so the only character we're missing is Omega, but we get their ship of the Havoc Marauder, which looks pretty awesome. So the colors are a little bit off because it's like a blue color, so I feel it should be more of a gray instead of blue, but unfortunately they made it with a blue color, but I actually think it looks pretty nice. It just doesn't match the show exactly. And then it also comes with 2 speeder bikes. So we have a speeder bike for Crosshair, which is a speeder bike for the Empire, and then we have a speeder bike for the Bad Batch to use. So we have 3 vehicles with this set, and they all look pretty awesome. So if we flip around here to the back, we can see some of the features of the ship. So of course the ship's going to open up. We can store characters and everything inside. We have of course all of our characters and the ships. We have some stud shooters. We have missile shooters. So all sorts of stuff to look at here. But the coolest thing about this set is that we get all 5 Bad Batch characters, which is pretty awesome. But enough with looking at the boxes. Let's go ahead and look at the actual set. And starting off with the minifigures, we have Hunter, which is the leader of the Bad Batch, and he looks pretty awesome. Of course, they're all going to have pretty similar shiny dark gray armor, so it looks pretty awesome, and I like the red details on it as well. That's kind of like the dark gray and red are the colors of the Bad Batch, and they all, of course, have unique helmet designs, so it does have that clone trooper look since, of course, they were clone troopers, but it has that nice helmet design, like the little fin on the top, the red, of course, and he has the white paint going down the side of his face, and then matches the armor as well, so it's got the silver with the red details like there on the center of the chest, and a little bit around on the belt and on the legs and everything. So just pretty nice printing of armor there, even on the legs as well. And there on the back, you can see like their back mechanics and stuff. I like how he comes with a little knife. And then we also have his unmasked face. So there's a look at his face. So the paints carry over where half of his face has the paint on it. And then he has the bandana around his head as well with the skull, which is part of the Clone Troop 99 logo of the Bad Batch. Around on the back, he does have an angry face as well. And then he also does come with a hair accessory. So you can pop that on. So if you don't want him to have the helmet, you can pop the hair on there and it looks a lot more like Hunter then. So that is awesome. But of course, I like all my clone troopers to have their helmets on, so there we go. And next we have Wrecker, which is the muscle of the group, and so he's gonna have very similar armor. They almost all have the exact same armor, but of course with Wrecker, he's a bigger brute, so he's gonna have the more muscle and everything to him. So he has this extra like little chest and shoulder piece here to make him look a little bit bigger, but otherwise he's the same. He has nice helmet design, so again, they all have the unique helmet designs. His is like an Iron Man helmet from the Marvel sets, but I like how they took it, made it the gray like the rest of the suit, and then put the paint on the top, so it has the 99 logo there on the skull, and he just has a big like skull trooper face there, which is pretty cool. Again, same armor sets and design, all printing and everything around on back and all that. And then he just comes with a gun. And next up is Tech, and he's the genius out of the group, so he looks pretty awesome. So his armor is a little bit different. For some reason, he's not all shiny like the others. He's just a light colored gray, but still has the red detailings, especially there like up on the nose, the line there up on the head, and down on his chest, the nice belt on, and carries down to his legs. But I like his helmet design, so it's very unique. So is the visor up, the little antennas, and even on his little backpack piece here, his accessory has like an antenna piece. And if we take the helmet on, we can see his face there, so he's got the goggles on and everything, and then just has a normal face without any goggles there on the back. And then of course with him as well, we do also get the hair piece, so we have the hair piece that we can just stick on. Of course it's that horrible haircut that I hate, but it gives him some hair again, makes him look a little bit different. But again, I want their helmets on him, especially for Tech here. And then he's dual wielding some guns. And next up we have Echo, which was the newest member added to the team. Of course he was a member of the 501st, but after the events that happened to him in the Clone Wars, he started to malfunction, so he ended up being saved by and joined with the Bad Batch. So his armor matches all the others with the all dark gray and the red details. He has like the skirting down on his legs. Of course the armor a little bit different, but it still carries a lot of the same features. I like how his one hand is his robotic arm there, so you can see like the nice robotic piece, and he has like a gray glove on it compared to the black of all the others. And of course his helmet design's a little bit different. If you've seen in the show, his helmet like attaches in with his headpiece he already has, so it's not a full actual helmet, but if we take it off, we can see some of his head there. So there of course is his face with all the little robotics and stuff that were hooked up to him by the Separatists, and then the machine parts there that are now in his head, again with the helmet that kind of connects around it and everything in the show. And then he just comes with a little pistol. And our final Bad Batch member is of Crosshair, which of course ended up turning against the Bad Batch because he was influenced by the Order 66, so he ended up turning and taking the side of the new Empire. So that's why he's in different armor here. So he's in the new all black Stormtrooper armor, so it looks pretty awesome. So it looks just like a normal clone outfit, just in the all black. So I like the shiny gray lines there that show all the details of the armor. Nice helmet design with a green visor. He has a sniper, of course, since he's the sniper of the group. And if we take his helmet off, we can see his face there. And of course, he does have the crosshair on his eyes, just like he does in the show, and no back of the head printing. So it just looks pretty awesome. So I wish we'd get Crosshair and his Bad Batch armor, but this is probably all we're gonna get for now. And finally, we have Gonky, which is just a Gonk droid that is on the Bad Batch shuttle. And of course, in the show, Omega's always doing stuff with Gonky. That's like her friend, so she's always hanging out with Gonky. So it's just nice Gonk droid here. I like its little feet and everything. Just really nice design for a Gonk. And that brings us to our two speeder bikes. So with the speeder bike for Crosshair, which is part of the Empire speeder bikes, this looks like the clone speeder we've seen before, especially in the 501st battle pack from last year. Pretty much the exact same ship design, just obviously the colors have changed, so they're all gray and black now instead of the blue, of course, of the 501st. But it does make sense that they're using these speeders since the clone troopers have switched over to the Empire, so they're going to be exactly the same. So we have some stud shooters on the front, and we have the seat up here in the blue. Nice handles. I like how you can move them independently or kind of twist them around however you need to be able to get the controls into their hands. And then we have the engines on the back. So overall, just pretty nice design, but like I complained with the 501st pack is I wish this would be up a little bit or just something, or had the like clear little like oval pieces that usually make stuff easy to slide around. They don't include this at all on this, so it just kind of sits flat on the ground. And then we have the speeder that from the box is used by the Bad Batch. So I don't remember seeing this in the show yet, but I could just have completely missed it or not noticed it. But it looks just like a personal speeder bike, so not like an army speeder bike, just like one anybody could have. But it's nice all in the green. I like the white lines and stuff on it. Looks like a racing speeder or something. Has these pieces on the side. Looks like they could be like guns or something like that, but again, I don't know. But I see the handle on there, and of course all the other pieces, and it looks like a holder there on the back to June stick a gun and stuff. So just a nice speeder bike. I like in the green, it really stands out a lot, especially compared to everything else. So two nice looking speeders, but I think I like this one a little bit more just because it looks more like an actual speeder, and the size seems much more comparable. And that brings us to the Bad Batch shuttle, which is an Omicron class attack shuttle that is named the Havoc Marauder. So this is a nice looking ship. Like I said from the box, the colors don't match. It should be pretty much all gray or like black, but they made it this blue color, but I actually kind of like the blue color. It just makes it stand out. So it's a bit of a unique design. So I like the part on the front here, you know, it looks like a bird's head or something. So of course we have the cockpit up in here, and then just all sorts of design. And if we go along, we have a sticker piece here, so the window of the cockpit so they can see out. We have some like lights or something here on the side, some guns or something, not exactly sure, but it's part of like the engine. Have the missile shooters there on the bottom, so you got to worry about hitting those so we don't shoot those off. Then we have the two wings and the fin, so we have the fin here on the center with the lights on the top, and then we have the two wings which actually fold down, so we can fold them down. I think they kind of stick out a bit of an angle. It's going to be hard to fit this in the screen, so it kind of flies around more like this, so when it's out flying, the wings are down like that, and so it's, you can see the nice details on the top of the wings, nice lights there down on the bottom as well. So just a really nice design and this shape here, but of course you can't without like pieces to hold it up here. We can't really sit it like that, so to be able to sit it down and for it to land it like it does in the show, the wings do fold up, and you can fold them straight up, but I like to leave them at just a little bit of an angle there, so it just adds a little bit of like flair to it, and so the wing design's really nice there. And if we go around to the back, we can see the engine stuff around the back. We have these nice little things that can close up if you want to, but they can open up just a little bit there or have them wide open. Just a neat little feature. And of course I like the like blue engine parts there in the back, of course, to help make the ship go, and a nice red light there on the back. So it looks like that's pretty much it for the outside. We do have the two stud shooters there on the back, so that seems like everything about there. So then we can of course open up the cockpit, so it just opens up right in there, and you can see inside, which is a little bit difficult, so we'll open up once again. So if you grab the fin, of course it is kind of popped down a little bit on like one peg, so you just have to kind of unloose it off that one peg and pop it up, so the whole back opens up so we can see inside the ship. And I just shot a missile off. So we have of course the cockpit up here, so we can put a person in the front and someone in the back, so we can put two people up into the cockpit. And of course we have like a control panel and everything there for flying the ship. And then if we go into the back, we have like the extra area, you know, like the storage area or places where people would be. This of course would be like where Omega sits. So over here we do have a chest, so this nice little chest piece, so we have a clip that we could clip a gun into if you want to, but we can also use that to pull on it, and that should pull up and it show a little chest, so you can put guns down inside there. So if you have like all the characters in the ships and don't want to holding their guns, you can just store them down in there. So that's a nice little feature. And then we have what look to be just some like posters or something. So we have a poster there with like a clone trooper helmet, and then we have another one over on the side here that looks like we have a poster with a Separatist ship and a Republic ship. So again, it's just a nice little storage here. We can put more characters and stuff if you want to down in there. And then of course with that we do have the little hinge piece that can close down on top of that. And like I said, there is this little there's these pegs right in here that do kind of help hold it down and keeps it all closed up. So there's not a whole lot to it, and that's one reason why I don't like to do like Star Wars vehicles too much, because to me there's not a whole lot to it. They just look like vehicles, and I think this looks really nice. I think it'd be pretty cool to be able to have fly up in the air, but if not, it just has to kind of sit here like this, and I think it looks pretty nice. Like I said, it'd be better I think if the colors matched a little bit more, but I think with this sand blue that they chose makes it stand out a little bit more. So there is our set of the Lego Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, set 75314, also known as the Marauder. So this is a pretty awesome set. Like I said, I'm not too excited for ships, but I actually think this ship is pretty nice. I think it looks pretty neat. I like the way the colors come out, stands out quite a bit. But the coolest part is that we get all the Bad Batch members. So now we just need another set where they give us Omega so that we can have all the main characters, at least from the Bad Batch. So it'll make our set complete. But let me know what you think of this set down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my review, please leave a thumbs up for me. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.